Okay, so we are coming up to 1850. A bit of a landmark year, I suppose. It's the year that a lot of technologies unlock, and is, as I've been saying, the year that I aim to be a Western nation. We are well on our way. We are well on our way. We're over 10,000 research points now. Just 5,000 more to go. That will take maybe 2 years, 2.5 years, maybe that amount of time. But I just think it's a good idea to kind of, step back, see where we are, see what's going on, and make a plan forwards. Plan forwarding bit, not so sure about quite yet, but I think we're doing all right. It's nearly 1850, and we own Korea. We puppet a nation in the south of Asia, in the island archipelago of the East Indies, or Indonesia, as you would know it today. We unfortunately did lose Malaya here, Johor, the nation of Johor, which is a shame because they have some valuable resources there, which would have been quite nice to have. Oh, that sound right there was a naval base being constructed here in Pyongyang. There we go. Level 1 Navy base in Pyongyang, and Incheon shall be finished pretty damn soon. But in terms of where to go next, I think Dynam is a good target, but also maybe into Western Asia, over in this direction, so that we can perhaps, consider, at least, the possibility of, partaking in the scramble for Africa, which is about 20 years away still at this time. At some other time, we want to come round and clear the Spanish out of the Philippines. Just wipe them out. Whether that means releasing the nation of the Philippines or taking the states. I think I'd rather take the states because, they're decently populous around here. Manila has nearly 20,000 people there. But for now, I just want to focus on westernizing. We are very close. Looking at it go, I think we will be there. We'll be nearly there by the end of this year. More naval bases coming in. 89 days for Wonsan. Let's see, build navy. We can't actually build a man-of-war. We should be able to... Capital ships cannot be built in overseas provinces. Excuse me? Why does Korea count as overseas? It is over a sea. But I'm pretty sure that Britain can build capital ships in Ireland. So... You bastard. We want to be improving relations as much as we can. Maybe partly to get an ally, but also because if we have pretty high relations, then what we can do is actually go above the infamy limit of 25, right? And it is impossible, it is completely impossible for a nation to declare war on you, to do the containment war, if they have relations of above 100. So if we push, the United Kingdom above relations of 100, and I guess the Russian Empire as well, why not? Then there is nothing that they can do if I go too far, if I go over the infamy limit, which is likely, as I am playing rather aggressively, or at least I'm going to try to. Now look at these wars that are going on here. The Brazilian conquest of La Paz, American liberation of Nevada, Utah. Look at this. Brazil acquires Colombian Amazonas. What? What? Okay, fine. Acquire Mexican Texas, acquire New Mexico, and acquire Nevada, Utah. Good, and the USA is quite clearly going to win that. Yeah, look at this. It's a slaughter. I sort of glanced over here a little earlier, and New Mexico were kind of holding up, and even occupying some land, but not so much anymore. Even the USCA is invading into Panama just there. USA has cores and all of this. It doesn't actually start. I don't believe it starts with the cores and all of this land here, but it gets an event of Manifest Destiny. That's it. Yeah, Manifest Destiny, which immediately gives it cores, gives the USA cores all the way across the modern day continental United States, which is a little bit unfair, but I guess it makes sense. It makes it very dangerous for Mexico, and even if the British get some land, you know, if they get Washington or Oregon. I got oregano stuck in my head, or what Americans call cilantro. But yeah, I got oregano, but it's Oregon is the state. So, and it is possible for Britain to colonize those right at the beginning of the game, and the USA will get cores on them immediately. From coast to shining coast. It's quite a thing. That it's just, you know, forget all the people that already live there. We're having it. It is our destiny to shove all of you native people out of the way and put our own pasty white men in there. But now this is interesting. We're still talking about the USA. There are sphere leaders, so well, not quite, but they nearly are. There is actually cause for the Cherokee, like a Cherokee nation here. And if we look at the cultures of, this is Oklahoma City, you know, a very, very American city these days. It's predominantly Native American miner and partly Cherokee. Let's actually have a look. Nationality. Right, yeah, look at this. So Texan, Dixie, Yankee, and very quickly you'll see that Yankee and Dixie will just flood across the Great Plains and into whatever land they have. It's kind of ridiculous. And the Native American cultures will very, very quickly be absorbed, which is slightly terrifying. Although here, I don't know how usual this is. The Afro-Americans appear to outnumber Dixie culture in the deep South here, which is interesting. And then the Native American cultures appear to be holding up quite well so far, considering it's 1850. But nonetheless, they will soon be assimilated. Over in Japan, we're sitting quite happily with Korean. There's a couple of places where we will find, yeah, a very small amount of Japanese. It says 0% Japanese there. And then we've got Innu, which will sort of very, very slowly be taken over by our own Japanese culture. I don't really know how different cultures affect like production stuff. I do love looking around at the culture map mode, though it's rather interesting. Look here, you can see the Basque in Spain, the Portuguese, and then British is all, for some reason, all in one. I don't know why they didn't have, you know, Scottish and English. It wouldn't have even been that difficult. They could even have like Northern, because recently, after the recent election in the UK, this is a lesser known thing, but there's been some separatism in the north of England. There's been some people who have signed a petition to actually redraw. It's funny because it's redrawing the Scottish border at the Humber, because the north of England is significantly, I suppose, culturally, although being English you wouldn't really think of it as cultural. it's just kind of different, and certainly ideologically very different. The north of England is from the south. So since the last election, in which the Conservative Party won, there has been some sort of feelings of separatism in the north of England, which is interesting. We are getting close to reaching our final goal. We're at 12,000, nearly 13,000 research points there. However, there is a sizable rebellion growing in Japan. Yeah, look at our revolt risk. This could get a little hairy. 1850 is drawing to a close. We are already at 13,500 points. Where do we want to build another thing? I guess in Fukushima. And up there in the north. Lovely. Okay, military. Build army. 2 cavalry. And that many infantry. Pop. There we are. We can suddenly field an utterly ginormous army. Ah, bloody hell. Finally! An international crisis that doesn't concern me. Let's see what happens. Greece wants West Macedonia. Fair enough, it is their core. Although today Macedonia is actually an independent country, it doesn't appear that anybody is going to back them. Things don't seem to be escalating yet. Oh, the United Kingdom has backed Greece. Will anybody? No. I was going to say, will anybody back the Ottoman Empire? The answer to that question is no. But you saw there how if you only have, for a crisis to actually become a crisis, you need a great power to back both sides. The recruitment has sprung right on back up again in Japan. I think we're going to save these because pretty soon, as soon as we westernize, it's getting bloody close. We're going to unlock artillery or be very, very near to unlocking artillery. So if we just allow these guys to sort of sit here and not be used, then we should be able to just build a lot of artillery right away and add them to the little regiments that we've got. Oh, bugger me. Okay, we are so close. Look, 14,000. And right now... Okay, that's a sizable rebellion that's just popped up, but it's not too much. It's nothing that we can't handle right now, I don't think. There's nothing up in the north, is there? Nope. Oh. Okay, capital is safe. That's good. Okay, so we can actually get a bit of a better surround on these armies here. I think we want to get the attack on to that guy as quickly as we possibly well can, because he is on flat terrain, you see. Okay. Here we go. All in. They're on flat terrain. So this could be interesting because that's a lot of guys that are there. Currently outnumbered significantly. The Nagata guys will get in there. Some more guys are going to get in. We're still losing. Come on, guys. In you come. Yep, 65 against 30. That's good. We have that in the bag, I think. We're going to take some damage, but I think we'll be alright. Okay, occupation of Matsuma is completed. They are coming in. Battle of Toyama. We were victorious. They are moving in to this larger stack here. We are going to do the same thing. Okay. Battle has begun all over the place. Hope we're going to be alright there. Yeah, we'll be okay there. Will we be okay down here? I believe we will certainly be. Oh crap, the other guys are coming in. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. We're going to do okay. Oh shit. Shit on a brick. This ain't good. This ain't good. Come on, come on. Oh god. Okay, 40. There's another 30 in. Are you coming in? You'll be there. They're in. Okay. We turned it around. That wasn't great, was it? Okay, Battle of Nagoya. They're still kicking. Alright, get over here. We're taking quite a lot of casualties here. It's not great. Okay, we're breaking. Our front line is breaking. Just a bit. Do we want to back off from this? I don't think we do, because we have turned it around. Battle of Tokushima. We won. We took some heavy losses there. Oh man. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, but we should follow this guy into Kochi. Okay. Crush them. Defeat them. Tear them limb from limb, I say. Come on, yeah. There is some more reactionaries organising. Yep, there is. But look how close we are. 15,490. Can we take the reform? We can. We can. Okay, that doesn't matter. Industrial construction. Civilization progress plus 25%. A cement factory construction will take place in Edo. All pops in Japan gaze militancy. But as soon as we do that, bam. Okay, we should be. Yep, we're building a factory now. Look at this. Fully embrace Western ideas. This will give us access to the technological advances from around the world. Embrace Westernization. Our country is under intellectual assault by modernity and the Western world. In the fields of modern technology, industry and military theory, the old traditions and institutions no longer serve us as they used to. Everywhere we turn, Western influences spread like wildfire through our nation, our population, and our souls. If we are to remain what we have always been, and not become something else entirely, it has become apparent to the leading members of our intellectual elite that the only way to turn the tide of the Western Leviathan is to swim with it. As Sun Tzu says, the reed that bends before the wind also offers a form of resistance. Wagons west. Bam. We, ladies and gentlemen, are a modern, westernized, civilized nation. Civilized nation. No research set, well there soon shall be, for the freedom of trade. Apparently you always want to get the freedom of trade, so I'm going to get freedom of trade. We can now set 2 national focus points, which we're going to. Over here we shall also set soldiers. There we are. And we can build factories. We can build factories. We're going to expand that one. This one will build because of the unlock. We can unlock technologies, which is also great. And we have a new set of reforms. Also, we can go ahead and establish protectorate now, as you see here. And in fact, that is exactly what we're going to do. Because what is a Western nation in this time period? What is a any self-respecting Western nation, Western and modern nation? What do they all have? Overseas possessions. So, Yemen. You're looking rather plump and lovely and tasty and delicious right now, so how about you get in my belly, you? Soon, anyway. Right now we're having a bit of a leftover rebellion problem, which should be dealt with very soon, and then they shall have no complaints. For everybody is doing far, far better than they were. Look at this. So they get their everyday needs, and very few actually get no needs. It's wonderful. So there we are. Japan has joined the ranks of the rest of the world, and very soon shall be taking this newfound excellence to the rest of Asia, somewhat forcibly. But that'll be soon. In the meantime, I do hope you've enjoyed the last 15 years of gameplay. My name is Aiden, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.